We're under attack. Some estimate 1 million Australians are currently on some form of gluten-free diet. Gluten is a protein found in foods like bread, pastas, cereals, and noodles! Experts have been warning about the dangers of gluten for years. Experts like Gwyneth Paltrow, Miranda Kerr, Miley Cyrus, and Novak Djokovic's dog all advocate avoiding gluten to lose weight, get fit, and even clear up your skin. So why is it that gluten is suddenly so bad for us? Let's chat to an expert to find out. Can you explain to us why so many Australians are currently going gluten-free? Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. So, can you tell me why more people are going gluten-free?
The commonest reason is a condition called celiac disease. This is an autoimmune condition whereby affected individuals who consume gluten acquire a lot of damage to the small intestine and sometimes other organs as a consequence of this.
Right, and so how many people are affected by that?
About 1 in 100 Australians. There is another group, perhaps a smaller group of people who do not feel so good when they consume gluten. There is no scientific basis for this and no scientific explanation, and in particular there are no diagnostic tests or blood tests for this condition.
Wait, stop, don't move. Cupcake.
Don't shoot! I'm a Freon.
Yeah, you keep walking, Freon. Sorry about that. So if you're not a celiac, is there any benefit to going gluten-free?
There is no evidence that a gluten-free diet is beneficial. In fact, it is difficult to achieve weight loss often on a gluten-free diet, as often gluten-free products are supplemented with fat and sugar to make them more palatable and tasty. I mean, compare these two San Remo products I recently purchased from Coles.
You just have them on your desk?
Yes, and the gluten-free product has 25% more fat and 3 times the sugar content.
Is it possible that that's good for you?
No, not unless you have celiac disease or are gluten intolerant.
See, that's interesting, because according to this report of a Coles survey, which, by the way, Coles hasn't published and refused to give us a copy of, around 50% of people who buy gluten-free do so because they reckon it's healthier. Remember the halo effect?
If you think foods are healthy in one area, you might wrongly assume that they're healthy in other ways too. Why am I dressed as a cupcake?
I'm a Freon.
Maybe when we see gluten-free on a packet, we assume that it's healthy in other ways. And if we think that, then maybe we're willing to pay a little bit more for it. But how much more?
Remember the San Reno penne? Mm-hmm. The gluten-free version is 250% more expensive than the normal version.
Huh. And you just have those receipts on hand?
Yes, and according to Celiac Australia, it costs $1,000 extra each year to go gluten-free.
Wow. Thanks for not being a dog. And here's another thing. Some products, like this gluten-free bacon, never had gluten in them to begin with, or if they did, it was in completely negligible quantities. Still, doesn't hurt to give your product a point of difference.
Oh, look, honey. This bacon contains no angry swarms of bees.
What a relief.
And make sure you pair that bacon with this gluten-free salt. Gluten-free because, you know, it's salt. And if you really want to waste some money, why not treat yourself to some gluten-free shampoo? Yours for just $26.95, even though the gluten in shampoo wouldn't be problematic for celiacs unless they ate it.
It worked for me.
So, unless you're a celiac or gluten intolerant, and you're not, there's no reason why you can't sit down to a delightful gluten meal. But if you do suspect that you're gluten intolerant, then it's best to speak to a doctor. No, a real doctor.